and waiting for Rhonda to come back in. All right, on your mats, let's get started. Start sitting up nice and tall. Let's get your bodies moving. I'm waiting for Rhonda to try to come back in. Grab a hold of the back of those hamstrings and hold that body up nice and tall. Pull on those hamstrings and let's get that back really nice and long and tall. Really visualize stretching out that spine. Nod that chin down so you're really holding onto the back of those legs, really using that connection into the back of those legs. Expand those shoulder blades and nod that chin. Now from there, press those shoulder blades into that wall. Feel those shoulder blades in that wall behind you. Now press that mid back into that wall behind you. Feel what that does to that mid back, what that does to that powerhouse when you press that mid back into your wall. Feeling that powerhouse really activated. Now from here, let's go back 2 vertebrae, just a little bit. Feel your belly, activate your pelvic floor and lift it up. Now when you go back, don't lose your shoulder placement. You're still pressing that mid back on that wall. Here we go, 2 vertebrae. Watch that nothing has happened up through those shoulders. Expanding those shoulder blades, pressing that mid back on that wall and back up. Now let's go back 4 vertebrae. Feeling that pelvic floor, pulling up, really activating it and come back up. And go back 4 vertebrae, really firing that low belly. And release those legs. Lift up your right leg. Use your belly to lift it up and put it down. Lift up your left leg and put it down. And right leg and put it down. Come on, use your belly to pull that leg up and down. And come on up. Now let's go the other direction. Round it forward. Drop your head. Really feel that stretch. Reach with those arms so you're rounding that back. Start from your tailbone and stack it up. Press your shoulder blades on that wall so you're back to that beautiful posture. Do it again. Scoop your belly and stretch. Feel that great, great stretch. And stack it up. Press those shoulder blades back into that ball. Let's do it again. Now this time, let's keep your elbows next to your ears as you come up. Lift it up with that body, with those arms. Now up and over, scoop it over. So think about using your core to lift up that upper body because those arms are giving you a little more weight to come up through that core. One more time, in and up, scoop it, scoop it, scoop it. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Pull it up and hands come down. And roll back to about 6 vertebrae. A little bit farther back. Pulling that belly in, relax your neck, relax your shoulders. Open one arm out. Firing that core. And bring it in. You're taking away that resistance. You're taking away that counterbalance as you open the other arm and bring it back. Now open your one arm, opposite leg, bring it up. Put the leg down, bring that arm in. Open it up, opposite leg, bring it up. Use your belly and down, bring it in. Open both arms as far as you can go without losing that core. Pick up one leg, pick up the other leg, firing that belly, arms come in, don't lose it, feet down, and roll the rest of the way down. Take a breath, grab a hold of those knee folds and squeeze those quads in. Now when you do that, that chin pops up, put that chin down. Come on, squeeze those quads in, feeling that really great, great low back stretch. And now let's change that. Grab a hold of your ankles. Put the soles of your feet together. Be a frog. Now press your tailbone down. Take those elbows and push those knees open. Really opening up those hips. Take a breath. Now let's go back to that back. So grab a hold of those knee folds and squeeze those quads in. All right, now I want you to keep those quads as tight into your chest as you can. And take those big toes over your head. You are not straightening your knees. Unless you have hamstrings made out of rubber bands, you are not straightening your knees. Keeping those quads really pressed into you. So what we're doing is we're using the weight of your legs to get a little more stretch in that back. Come on, you guys, all of us need some more stretch in our back. All right, now let's go to our back body. So release those quads. Let those knees come up, the quads come up a little bit. Reach up and grab what you can. Ankles, toes, big toes, balls of your feet, whatever you can. Now when you do that, that chin wants to pop up. Keep that chin down. Now push those heels through the ceiling. Really activating that back body. Now let's add to it. Push that tailbone down. So think of lengthening your spine from your tailbone all the way up to the top of your head, really activating that whole back body. So you're starting at your heels, going all the way down your hamstrings, going into that coccyx, and all the way up to your top of your head. And take a full breath and blow it out. Release your stretch. Grab a hold of the back of your legs, give yourself a rock, and come on up. Let's do a couple of bent knee roll ups. So flex your feet, arms out in front. Start from your tailbone, not your belly button, and roll it down. As you roll it down, push those heels away from you. Stretch your arms up to the ceiling. And bend both knees back again. Here we go. Take a full breath of air in. And as you lift up, reach for your heels and push your heels away from you. Let those legs help you. Now you're in that nice good scoop. Keep it going. Stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. Head is heavy. Scooping your belly. And roll it down. As you roll up, bend your knees and pull those heels back to you. Let's do a couple of more, just like that. Getting it warmed up. Take a breath. Blow it out as you push those heels away from you. Take a long, long stretch. Feel that wonderful stretch. Belly is scooped. And roll it back, knees coming in and up. Take a breath. And roll it up, scooping your belly, stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. Really scoop that belly. And roll it down. One more time. And take a full breath, blow it out, and push. Come on, belly, getting your belly is scooped. Your belly is scooped as you're reaching, reaching, reaching. You still got a nice good flex on your feet. Now, roll it down. This time, keep your legs straight. Pushing through your heels, articulating through that spine. Oh, yes. Bend your knees. Give yourself a rock. Push yourself up with your hands. Support your hips. All right, now bend your knees and let your knees relax. Now, you're taking a lot of your weight in your hands. That's fine, because I want you to get the weight off of your head. Open up those shoulders. Now, stretch those legs back behind you. Right at 90 degrees. They don't have to go below 90 degrees. And remove your hands, fire in your core, roll it down. Controlling your descent. Bend your knees, take a breath, and go back up again. Support your hips. Help yourself up with your hips. Put your body weight in your hands. Legs are 90 degrees. Release your hips and articulate it down. Come on. This is an equal and opposite movement from your roll up. Here we go. One more time. Take a breath and support yourself with your hands if you need to. And hands come down by your side. Now, open your legs the width of your mat. Flex your feet. Now push through your heels and lift your tailbone up and come back down. Now get the weight off of your head. Open up your shoulders. Push your tailbone up and bring it down. You don't have to go all the way to a jackknife, just a little bit. Push that tailbone up and back to 90 degrees and articulate it down. One vertebra at a time. Leave your right leg up, lower your left leg. If you need to bend it, that's perfectly okay. You got a good hard flex on both feet, pushing through that left heel. Now, you're still pushing through your right heel. Put a little bit of external rotation on that right leg. Now reverse it. Put a little bit of internal rotation and external rotation and internal rotation and external rotation. Now you're pressing through both heels. You're going to keep those feet flexed as we do our circles. Cross down and around. Cross down. A very different feeling with a hard flex on that foot. Pressing your shoulders into your mat, closing your ribs, breathing. Inhale as you start, exhale as you finish. Two more. Down and around, and down and around. Now, point that foot really lengthy. Don't curl your toes, Lengthen your foot. Now reverse it. Down and around. Out, down, and around. Don't forget your cross. You still have to cross that center line. You're pushing through that left heel, really keeping that core stable. 2 more. Inhale as you start, exhale as you finish, and finish. Flex that foot again. Put that right heel on top of your left big toe. Take a full breath of air in, blow it out, and let everything relax. Feel all of the tension. Leave that powerhouse. Now, one hand on top of the other. Put your hands back behind you and support your head in your hands. Feeling the weight of your head. Take your sit bones to your heels, firing that low belly. Here we go. Lift your heart. Lift and lower, and lift and lower, and lower. You're not pulling on your neck. Let your head be heavy. Now lift your bottom leg 2 inches and lift and lower, and lift. Keep pushing that tailbone to your heels. Don't let that back arch, and lift and lower. 2 more. Up and down and up and down. Heels come down. Head comes down, hand comes down by your side. Bend your right knee and make a number 4. Drop that knee. Now I want your ankle to be on your quad, not the side of your foot. I want your ankle, so you're protecting that ankle. Let that right knee be heavy, heavy, heavy. Now bend your left knee, bring it up to you. If you can grab a hold of the back of that left leg, great. But if you can't, that's okay. You're still going to get a great stretch. But watch your chin. Put that chin down. Now squeeze that quad in. Come on, make that piriformis stretch. Feeling that wonderful, wonderful stretch. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Take a breath, blow it out. Can you get a little bit deeper? And put that left foot down. Open those arms out to 8 and 4. Now, keeping that right foot flexed, roll over and try to put that right foot on the floor. Looking over your right shoulder, so you're trying to keep that right shoulder down. And now push that right knee away from you as if you're trying to open up that hip, which is really what you're trying to do. Keep your ribs closed. Don't let your ribs pop open. All right, now let's reverse that. Take your left hand and put it on top or across that right quad. Now pull that right quad, that right knee down towards the floor. Feeling that really nice side body stretch. And release that right knee. Bring everything back to center. Extend that right leg up. Extend your left leg up. Put a hard flex on your feet. Reach up and grab whatever you can. Big toes, balls of your feet, ankles, whatever you can. And take that stretch. Pushing that tailbone down. Lengthening that back body. Feeling that really nice, good, long body stretch. Now soften it, release it. Hands come down by your side. Lower your right leg, leave your left leg up. If you need to bend your right leg, that is perfectly okay. Now, externally rotate that right leg and internally rotate it. And externally rotate it. Push your heel towards the ceiling and internally rotate it. Now, externally rotate it and leave that external rotation, pressing your shoulders in the mat. Here we go. Cross down and around. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. It never works that way. Come on, we're really working to keep that powerhouse really solid, really quiet. 2 more. So this is all about using your belly to make that circle. Now, extend your left foot. Lengthen it, lengthen it. You're still pushing through your right heel. You're standing on that right foot. Here we go. Reverse it. Out, cross it around. Out, cross it around. So you're not thinking about what's moving. You're concentrating on what's not moving. Breathe. 2 more. Cross down and around. Cross down and around. Flex that left foot. Now put that left heel on top of your right big toe. Take a big breath of air, blow it out. Feel all of the tension leave your body. One hand on top of the other, hands behind your head. Find that perfect spot that allows you to keep your weight of your head in your hands. Take your sit bones to your heels so you feel that low belly engage, and let's go. Lift and lower, and lift and lower. Now don't let that low belly pooch. Keep it nice and tight. Feel how much contraction you get in that entire powerhouse, because now that's going to change. Hover your right heel 2 inches. Lift and lower, and lift and lower. And don't pull on your neck. Let your head be heavy. 2 more, and lift. Press that tailbone down. Heavy, heavy, heavy. And heels down, head down, hands come down. Bend that right knee. Make your left leg. Make your number 4. Again, it's your left ankle on your quad, not the side of your foot. Let that left knee be heavy, heavy, heavy. Take a breath, blow it out, and let it drop a little bit more. Really let it completely relax, opening up that hip area. Now, bend your right knee, grab a hold of the back of that leg. Now, watch your chin. That chin pops up when you pull that knee up, so put that chin back down. All right, you gang, let's go for it. Come on, squeeze it in, squeeze it in, squeeze it in. Take a breath, blow it out. Can you relax and get a little deeper into that piriformis stretch? Really enjoying that great, great stretch. Come on, you guys. That piriformis goes right over that sciatic nerve. You've got to keep it stretched. And release that right leg. Put it down. Open your arms out to 8 and 4. You got to flex on your left foot. Roll over and put that left foot on the floor. Look over your right shoulder and press that right shoulder down. Close those ribs. Don't let those ribs pop open. Now, push that left knee open. Feeling that really nice, good stretch in that TFL area. Now, take that right hand to the outside of that quad and pull that knee down. Close your ribs. Let it stretch. Oh, that feels so good. And release it. Bring everything back to center. One more time. Take those legs up towards the ceiling. Put a good hard flex on your feet. Now, press it. Your hands are still out to about 8 and 4. Pressing your shoulders into the mat. I want you to push your heels straight up and straight down. I don't want those toes, those big toes, to come any closer to your nose. You're as if you've got one of El Monumento's $10 margaritas on those feet. You don't want to spill a drop. Push those heels straight up and down. Man, is that motivation. And push it up and pull it down. One more time. Push it up. Hold it there. Hold it there. Come on. Press your shoulders into your mat and release it. Bend your knees. Grab a hold of your knee folds. Give yourself a kick in the rock. Come on. Don't touch your feet to the floor. All right. You're holding on to the back of your legs. You're in what I would call a V-sit or close to it. All right. Now, grab it. You can hold on to the back of your legs, but I want you to change that hinge of your back. So I want you to take your back ribs and push your lowest back ribs to your hip bones in the front. Lowest back ribs to your hip bones. So now you have a little bit of roundness. You haven't compromised your shoulder position. You just have a little bit of roundness. Now, stretch those legs up to your teaser, keeping that position with your back and holding on. You got lots of help when you're holding on, and bring them back down. You're not up to a high hinge. You still have those ribs pushing to those hip bones, and leave it there as you come up to that teaser. Come on, you got a hold of the back of those legs. So this is the easiest teaser you'll do today. Enjoy it while you can, and stretch it up and bring it down. Release those legs. Here we go. Stretch it up. Come on, fire that belly. Don't lose that back, and bring them in and stretch it out and bring it in. One more time. You're not hinging, and stretch it back. Hold it there. Now lift those arms up 45 degrees parallel to your legs. Come on, put some energy in those arms. Reach, 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 and bring it all down. Grab a hold, nod your chin, rolling like a ball. Take it back and up. Feet don't touch, head doesn't touch. And back and up. Now lift your heart, but don't pop those ribs open. And up and back and up. Now bring your legs to tabletop. Hold on to your calves. Legs are hip distance apart. And back and up. Much easier to roll, a little bit harder to stop. Use your core as your brakes. Your head doesn't touch. Flex your feet and grab a hold, big toes, and back and up and back and up. Whoops. One more time. I can't finish with that. Back and up and bring it all down. Soles of your feet together. Be a tight frog. But I don't want you to hold on to your legs. I want you to put those hands back behind you. Press up and lift that heart. Now push those knees down. Pressing down on your hands to lift that back and open up those knees. Really feeling that nice stretch in your hips. Take a breath. And stretch those legs out and lengthen it long. All right, open those legs about the width of your mat. Let's do a spine stretch. So I want to flex on your feet, but I don't want your quads tight. Relax your quads. So you're going to keep those hip flexors and those TFLs as relaxed as possible. So think of pushing your feet against a wall, up nice and tall. First and foremost, I want you to get your hips out of the way. So squeeze your buns. Feel what happens in that low belly as you squeeze those buns. Now I want you to take that whole feeling that you have in that pelvic floor in and up through that sternum as you reach long. Head is heavy, reaching. You're still in that nice scoop position. From your tailbone, stack it back up again. All right, you guys, we talk about this a lot. Let's take one more time and talk about it. So you guys relax, watch me. Where we're working is we're working in a scooped position. Starting with getting your pelvic floor involved, and then you're reaching on from here. I don't want you to fold. You're not folding over. That's a different stretch altogether. You're staying rounded. So catch me. Squeeze your buns. Feel what happens in that pelvic floor. Now continue it up through your sternum as you reach. No folding, but reach those arms. This is spine stretch. I want you to feel that awesome stretch all the way down your back. And stack it up. Let's see if we can get it a little differently this way. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Squeeze your buns in and up. And stretch. Reach. So that back and those fingertips, elbows, shoulders are all one piece. And bring it up. One more time. And in and up. Take your scoop. Stretch. And bring it up. And release it. All right, now we're going to take that same scooping feeling and apply it to our saw. Arms are out. They don't have to be straight out because that does funky stuff to your powerhouse. Out so that you can open up that scapula. All right, you've got both cheeks squarely on that mat. Remember your pickle jar analogy. One upper body's going one direction, lower body's going another. So you're going to go to your right foot. So keep pulling back on that left hand. Get your turn. In and up and scoop. Saw off that baby toe. Head follows your back hand. Now stay in that position as you come up. So you have an L in your arms. Now open your arms and then return your body. Squeeze. Now pull back on that right hip as you make your turn. Follow your back hand with your head. Scoop as you reach for your baby toe. Come up to your L position. Staying turned. Open your arms. Bring it back to center. Do it again. And make your turn. In and up. Reach. Both arms are reaching. Come to your L. Open your arm. Square your body. And make your turn. In and up. Stretch both arms. Reaching. Make your L. Open up. One more time each side. Make your turn. Squeeze. Scoop. That same scoop. Reaching. You're not folding. Here's your L, Open it up, square your body, and scoop, 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 reaching, 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 reaching. And here's your L. Open it up, bring it back to center, and lower it. Bring those legs hip distance apart. Hands behind your head. Now, again, working in that same scoop position. First of all, I want you to hinge back just a little bit. So this is very different. We are now in a hinge. Now, scoop your belly. Go back a little bit farther. And now stay in that rounded position as you come up. Head goes towards your knees, pushing through your heels. You're in that rounded position. Shoulders away from your ears. Roll up your back. Here we go again. Hinge it back. Scoop your belly and roll down a little bit. And stay in that scoop position. Push through your heels as you come up. Top of your head goes to the floor. Shoulders away from your ears. Roll it up. And we're gonna go a little bit farther and you get to cheat. Well, sort of, kind of. Hinge. Now scoop and go back a little bit farther. Release your hands. See if you can get your shoulders on the mat. Then come back up, and as soon as you can, take your hands back. You're still in your scoop. Top of your head goes to your knees. Roll it up. No folding. Hinge it back. Now start from your pelvis and start your roll. Release your hands when you have to try to get to your shoulders. Come back up as soon as you can. Hands come back, staying scooped, up and over, and roll it up. One more time. And hinge it back. Now this time, let's leave our hands behind our head for as long as we can. As you roll it down, as long as you can, as long as you can. And if you can, come back up again or use those hands. Back up again. Top of your head goes to your knees. And roll it up. Good. Shake those legs out. All right, let's do a little thoracic turn while we're here, just to get that thoracic area moving. Bend your right knee. Grab a hold of that right knee with your left hand. Now pull it up nice and tall. Now circle that arm around. Your head follows your hand. Feel that wonderful stretch. Put that hand down on your mat. Now make sure you're on the tips of your sit bones. You haven't fallen into that low back. Take that left elbow and push it into your quad as you make your turn. Your head follows the direction of your stretch. Your eyes follow the direction of your stretch. Come on, I want you to feel like you're looking around that corner. You get your eyes to work too. And come back, release it, and stretch that leg out. Do that other side. Hand on your quad, hand on your knee first, up nice and tall. Take that arm around. Your head follows the direction of your stretch, making sure you're not losing that left knee. Put that hand down. And if this is enough stretch for you, that's fine. Or take that elbow and push it into your quad as you get a little more stretch. Your head follows the direction of your stretch. Your eyes are following the direction of your stretch. Come on, think about trying to look around that corner. Stretching it, stretching it, stretching it. And release it. And bring it back. All right, let's do a modified lotus if you can, which is, or half lotus, which is 1 foot on top. If that doesn't work for you, keep it down or sit Indian style, or whatever you can do. We're going to try to get those hips stretched. But if you can get that foot on top, great. But again, try not to let it go to the side of your foot. That puts that ankle in a funky position. Flex that foot. Now take those hands behind you and press up as if you're trying to lift your buns off of that mat. Now keep your head placement where it is as you lower your buns. So you're really lengthening that back out nice and long. Hands coming in front. Now with that long back, walk it out. Walk it out. Walk it out as far as you can go. And when you can't go anymore, bend your elbows, let your head relax, and let your back stretch. Let your knees be heavy. So you're really opening up those hips in the back. Feeling that wonderful stretch. All right, now you have your right, I have my right leg on top. So I'm going to use my right arm. You use whichever arm for the leg that you have on top. And open it up and feel that awesome stretch all the way through that body. Pressing into your bottom elbow, head follows the direction of your stretch. And bring it down and walk it up. Good. Change sides. Wherever that leg needs to go, whatever works for you, but keep a flex on that foot so you protect that ankle. All right, press into the mat behind you, lift your butt, or pretend like you're lifting your butt. Now leave your head where it is as you lower your butt, really lengthening that spine, really working that posture game. Hands in front. Here we go, keeping that back absolutely as long as you can, as straight as you can for as long as you can. And then when you can't go anymore, bend your elbows, let your head relax, and take it down. And one side may be better than the other. That's perfectly okay. Very normal. Breathe and relax into those hips. Let those knees be heavy. Now, whichever hand you have on top, stretch that arm around and make that thoracic turn. Press down on the elbow on the mat so that you can get a little bit of torque with that stretch. And bring it back down and walk it up. Good. Uncross your legs. Stretch those legs out nice and long in front of you. Hands up. Take a full breath. Blow it out and roll it down. All right, bend your knees. Let's open your hands to about 8 and 4. Bend your knees into your chest. And take them just a little bit, 45 degrees to the right. Keep your left shoulder down. And through your center and 45 degrees to the left, keeping your right shoulder down. Again, over to the right, left shoulder down. Over to the left, keep those ribs closed. Bring it back. Now bring your legs to tabletop. Squeeze your knees together. 45 to the right. Press your left shoulder down. And 45 to the left. And 45 to the right. And 45 to the left. Bring it back to center. Bring those legs up if you can. Squeeze those heels together. 45 to the right. Left shoulder's down. And to the left. And to the right. And to the left. And bring it back. Bend those knees. All right, now let's work corkscrew. We're going to do a normal corkscrew, and then we're going to do some variations on a corkscrew. Bring those legs up. All right, now put a relaxed flex on your feet, and I want you to press your heels towards the ceiling. All right, pressing your shoulders into the mat, draw a clockwise circle down and around. And stop. Now, nothing is moving in that powerhouse, other direction. Down and around. Again, around, pressing those heels long, really working through the back of your legs. And other direction. One more time in each direction. Pressing your shoulders into your mat, keeping your ribs closed. Push those heels, and one more time, and around. All right, now here's your variation. I want you to try to lift your hips and go to half of a roll over position, then start your roll down, around, come back to center. Now you're going to go the other direction. Push up to half a rollover, then start your roll down, around, over, back to center. Do it again. Now work to keep your shoulders on the ground. They want to come up. You want to try to take that tension in your shoulders. And half of a rollover position. Now roll through that side body as you take that circle around and center and up and over. Then roll it down, around, and back to center. Bend your knees. Stretch your legs out long. Give your hip flexors a chance to stretch for just a second. All right, now we're going to shorten that corkscrew. So it's going to be a much smaller circle, but we're going to add another element to it. I can tell how excited you are about that. Bend your knees. Bring your legs up. It's a good thing I have you on mute. Now, heels are flexed. Push your heels towards the ceiling. Now, keep pushing those heels towards the ceiling as you've lifted that tailbone and lower it. Now, do that again. Push it up. Now, keep pushing it and draw your circle. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, and back to center and lower your tailbone. Do it again. Push it up, push it up. Now, go the other direction. Come on, keep pushing. Go deep, deep, deep into that belly. It's a much smaller circle. and bring it down. But that low belly pelvic floor is really engaged. Push it up, push it up. Use your hands. It's okay to use your hands. You're not cheating. And lower it, because I want you to keep those shoulders on your mat. And push those heels up. Go deep into that belly. Draw your circle. Come on, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. And bring it down. One more time in each direction. Push it up and keep pushing, keep pushing. Don't sink into that butt. It's as if that's a hot potato and you can't touch the mat. Lower it and bring it up. Come on, somebody's taking a spatula under your tailbone. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Up, 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 up. And bring it down and bring everything down. Woo, that was fun. Grab a hold of the back of your legs, give yourself a rock. Come on up. Good. Let's go to our bellies. Let's work our planks. I would be remiss if we didn't do our planks. So, today's planks, I want you to make a diamond with your hands. Your pointers and your thumbs make a diamond. And bring your legs to about the width of your mat. And lower your hips. There's that beautiful plank. Expand those shoulder blades. Now, keeping your diamond, straighten your right elbow. Push it up. Straighten your left elbow, bend your right elbow, bring it down. Do it again. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, down. One more. Up, up, down, down. Bring it all down. On your forearms. Now let's go to parallel. Get rid of your diamond, go to parallel. Open up your shoulders. Expand your shoulder blades. Now get out of that mid and thoracic area and that lumbar area. Close your ribs and pull everything up. Top of your head reaches long. Again, thinking of a really long cervical spine. Now think about that pubic triangle, your two hip bones and your pubic bone. So pull that pubic triangle up. Right heel, 2 heel beats, 2 kicks, and down. Left heel, 2 kicks, and down. Right heel. Now, when you kick, it's easy to sink into that low belly. Keep pulling that belly button in and up. Activating deep, deep, deep into that core. And 2 heel beats, and down. 2 heel beats. One more set. 2 heel beats. And 2 heel beats, and bring it all down. Lower it down. Put your right cheek on the mat, your right face cheek on the mat. Hands back behind you. Pull those hands as high up on your back as you can. Drop your shoulders, drop your elbows. All right, 3 heel beats, both legs. 1, 2, 3. Now extend those legs, stretch those arms, lift up your heart, reach, 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 reach. Pull that belly button up. Don't sink into your low back. Now bring your hands as high up on your back as you can. Bend your elbows. Put your other cheek down. Drop your shoulders. And 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. Take that stretch. Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up, pull up. And hands high. Bend your knees. First cheek. Drop your shoulders. And 1, 2, 3. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Pull that belly in and up. Hands high. Second cheek. 1, 2, 3. And stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. Now release your hands. Reach for your heels. Open your arms to airplane. And bend your elbows. Put your hands down on the mat. And lower your forehead down. All right, I want you to move your hands back from your shoulders a little bit. Open up those shoulders, pull that belly button in and up. Legs are still, hip distance apart. Press the heels of your hands into your mat and hover. Pull your belly button up. Now release your hands, and can you lift a little bit more? Press your hands down. Can you lift a little bit more? Hover, then roll it all down. Breathe. Press your heels of your hands into the mat. Pull your belly button up. Hover a little. Release. Lift up a little bit more. Press your heels down. Lift up a little bit more. Hover. Control it down. All right, we're going to change it up just a little bit. So now I want you to press to that last position, release, and lower. And press up, release, and lower. Press up, release, and lower. One more time. Press up, release, and lower. Open your arms out to a wide push-up position with your fingertips on the floor. Now bring your feet together, legs together, because you're going to squeeze your buns. The squeezing of your buns is going to keep you from going into too much back extension. That's going to protect that back. So press lightly into those fingertips and hover your face. Now squeeze your buns, press a little bit more and lift up. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Now extend those arms, open those shoulders, open that chest, close your ribs, and fingertips come down, come halfway down. Do it again. Squeeze your buns. Press it up. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Now roll your shoulders up, back, and down as you reach those arms. Come on, you guys. This is really working that posture. Fingertips down. Bring it down. Here we go again. Press into it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your buns. Now roll those shoulders up, back, down. Come on. Slide those lats down your back. Reach those arms. Reach, 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 reach. Fingertips. Lower it down. Let's do it one more time. Squeeze your buns. Come on up. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Shoulders up, back, down, and reach. Now, as if you had a racerback t-shirt on, squeeze that racerback together. Close your ribs, pull your belly up, bring it down, and take it down. Good. Let's stretch it out. Press yourself up to all fours. And finally, you get to stretch that back out. Take a second and just enjoy that wonderful, nice, long, long stretch. Knees together, knees apart, whatever works for you. If your knees are together, you're going to get a little more stretch in your back. If your knees are apart, you're going to get a little more stretch in your hips. It's not a right or a wrong. It's just whatever works for you. And come on up to all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Expand your shoulder blades. Top of your head is reaching long. Pull your kittens up. You're a pregnant cat. You got a belly full of kittens. Pull those kittens up. All right, right arm, left leg, but I don't want them to go straight back and straight front. I want it to go out to an angle. Stretch it out to a corner. Thumb is up. Elbow and knee come together. And stretch it out. Now that powerhouse is not moving. And pull those kittens up. Keep that powerhouse really stretching. In and out. One more. In and out. And bring it all down. Take a breath. Here we go. Other side. Now really firing that core. Nothing is moving. Stretch it to an angle. Thumb is up. Elbow to knee. And stretch it out. Come on. No wagging your tail. And no cat and cow movements. Really keep that powerhouse firing. One more time. And in and out and bring it all down. Tuck your toes. Take that tailbone straight up to the ceiling. Now push those heels down. Push your armpits to your knees. Drop your head. It's an extension of that back, a really long, long, long stretch. Almost hyper extension. Pressing your heels down. Look at your hands. Walk your hands out to a full extension plank. Elbow creases are face the front and bend your elbows 25% and bring them up. Now I want your elbows to point to your rib cage, not out to the side. And 25% and bring it up. And 25%. Bring it up. Walk your hands all the way back. And pull your belly in. Grab your elbows, drop your head. Take a second, breathe, and get a little bit heavier in that upper body. Can you drop that upper body just a little bit more? Feeling that really extra stretch. Now shift your weight towards the balls of your feet instead of sticking that tailbone out. Now pull your shoulders away from your ears. fire your core, pull your belly button up towards the ceiling, squeeze your bones, and roll up. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. So you're protecting that back as you roll up. Good. Let's step off your mat and do a quick balance. I mean, you can do it on your mat. It's a little more challenging. Sorry, I've cut my head off. Oh well. Shoulders are down. Ribs are closed. Look out in front of you. Look at something that's not moving. Pick up your right foot and put the right ball of your foot on your left instep, and your heel is touching your shin. So everything, all your knees and hips are all in a nice square position. Make sure that your hips are square. Now, look over your right shoulder. Back to center. Look over your left shoulder. Back to center. Look up. Look down. Whoa. Back to center. Pick that knee up and put it down. Take a breath. Here we go. Other side. Ball of your foot on your instep. Heel touches your shin. Knees and hips are square to the front. Pull those ribs close. Expand those shoulder blades. Come on, get yourself into that beautiful posture. Look over your left shoulder. Center. Look over your right shoulder. Center. Look up. Look down. Back to center. Pick that knee up and bring it down. Take a full breath. Oh, and blow it out. Thank you for working out with me this morning, ladies. Have a fabulous day. Don't forget, on Thursday, we're going to work with bands, not broccoli bands, but regular bands. So see you on Thursday.
Thank you, Marnie.
Thank you, Marnie.
Thanks, Marnie.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, how do I stop this?
Take care, Marty.
Thanks, guys.